My friends, the time has come. Welcome to another Skincare Empties. We have a lot to talk about. As always, we have timestamps and links in the description box below by category. I've said it before, and I will say it again. I typically have an obnoxious amount of products from one category. It's just how this goes. This is the Sunscreens edition of Skincare Empties. As always, I have this video divided by category. Feel free to use the timestamps in the description box below, and I will also link my favorite products affiliated when possible. One more thing, I want to make sure to reiterate that this is not a representation of how I use skincare. Instead, it is simply the products that I've finished over the last couple of months. And since we have 10 sunscreens in this video, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into our first category, which as always is cleansers and toners/essences. I only have 2 toners and essences this month, so we'll group them all together here. As I've talked about a lot, it takes me a long time to get through cleansers, so unsurprisingly, I only finished 2. I finished a mini from Bioma, the creamy jelly cleanser. It's okay, not my absolute favorite, but I did get through a mini of that. And one that I do really like is the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. I like this one, but I don't think you have to spend a lot of money on a good cleanser. In fact, most of my favorites are much more affordable. And then I feel like this is the funniest thing. I finished the R&W Gentle Lip and Eye Makeup Remover. Sometimes I wear makeup, sometimes more makeup. It was a bit of a rush over here this morning. This is not my favorite makeup remover. I've talked a lot about how I like these biphase removers, but this one had just kind of a sticky feel. But I think I finished it because I haven't been as picky with this product category since discovering the kbeauty mascara removers. It's changed the game completely for me, so I don't even need much of this category anymore. So I have one from Innisfree and one from Neutrogena that I'm working my way through, but it might be a while until those actually appear in an Empties video. I finished a toner and an essence, the Abib Heartleaf Calming Toner. We just did an Abib review, so feel free to check that out if you would like. Don't you also love how they list out all of the ingredients on the bottle? I absolutely love that, and every time I pick up this bottle, I absolutely sit here rereading it just for fun. You know, for a skincare enthusiast, it's the same feeling as rereading your favorite books. It's a great product. I would actually say this rivals the Anua toner with something very interesting about this, and that is they claim this has 5% heart leaf. I'm telling y'all, I'm so excited for real transparency with plant extracts from these kbeauty brands. We are about to find out some very low numbers on brands that have been claiming high numbers just because, you know, they could. Now they won't be able to anymore, and it's gonna be interesting. Then I also finished the Fresh Kombucha Facial Treatment Essence. This was gifted to me in PR, and I did a side-by-side with this versus the Kane Kombucha Toner. Had to really think about it. I'll link you that video if you're interested in seeing the results, but quick spoiler, they both worked. I did the quick toner pads method with this. You know, again, you don't necessarily have to buy toner pads. You can buy a toner and the pads and then pour the toner onto the pads. I liked this. I do appreciate that this is fully recyclable packaging, but I wouldn't repurchase it because there's so many good, more affordable options. And what can I say? I like to save money. The more money I save on skincare, the more tacos I can buy. Let's move on to talking about serums. And you know what's so funny? I know I said in the intro that this isn't a good reflection of my own skincare routine, but at the same time, this kind of is. Not entirely. We're missing my vitamin C, we're missing my retinoid, but we do have 2 products here that are incredible for helping with acne. The R&W 4-Terpenol Plus is such a good product if your acne is more based in bacteria issues. 4-Terpenol is a potent antimicrobial ingredient. And then the Costa Baja Azelaic Acid Serum. I was not a big fan of azelaic acid initially. I figured out that the trick is you have have to use it often. And so I just started stocking up on these Costa Baja serums. I will tell you that it does tend to separate. You can probably see, can you see the powder kind of all over this? So let me confess something to you. I have 2 backups of this product right here, and yet one of the Costa Baja, I decided to repurchase the Ordinary's azelaic acid serum. And do you know, I immediately remembered why I stopped buying the Ordinary's. The Ordinary's has such a tendency to cause pilling. Otherwise, I feel like I don't have a huge problem with pilling. That product, though, ooh. So I don't know, maybe I'll go back to peach slices in the end after all. We'll see. I can also put up with this. It really does actually get messy. This actually does spill everywhere. I always use peptides, so unsurprisingly, I used the Indeed Snoxin 2. I did like this. This is using another one of these neurotransmitter inhibiting peptides. Please see my argireline video for more about that topic. I did like this. The one catch is, you know, we just don't know if these work according to the theories. There's a reason why people call these Botox in a bottle, but I also feel like we're just not there in terms of being able to say it is Botox. At the very least, you could say maybe it inhibits some amount of movement, but we just can't prove it yet. Use it if you'd like. We know that you will get extra hydration. We just don't know how much it's a Botox substitute. Also, Botox comes in a bottle, just, you know. One more time I would like to state that. And then the Torridin Dive-In Serum. This was gifted to me through Stylevana, and I liked it so much more than I thought I would. I'm so bored of hyaluronic acid. I'm so bored of it. But, you know, those Cica Actives, I think they work really well for me. So it ended up being a peptides, a calming product, and 2 acne-fighting products. Perfectly makes sense for me. Moving along to moisturizers, this is also kind of beautifully divided into kind of my lighter moisturizers and then my heavier moisturizers, and you can absolutely see my preferences here. Once again, I'm a big fan of peptides. At the very least, they are humectants, and at most, they do a whole lot more. More research needed to confirm this, but I have 3 peptide products in this section. Stratia's Interface, absolutely love this. This is an incredible, not too expensive peptide cream. You know, this proves that you don't need to spend a lot on a good peptide product. The Neogen High R Exosome Cream, I finally finished this. I liked it, but it was just a little bit too lightweight for me. For me personally, I bought another of the Stratia Interface. And then Drunk Elephant's Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. I'm so scared to do my Drunk Elephant re-review because I know how much drama surrounds this brand. So much drama surrounds this brand. Ultimately, I like this. I bought it at good deals. I like that this has some EGF ingredients as well. It's not actually as cosmetically elegant as you would think, though. I've really been thinking about that lately. It's not bad, it's just that there really are nicer creams to use. As an example, the Kopari Moisture Whipped Ceramide Cream. This is my gift with purchase size from a past Ulta order. I traveled with this because, as some of you know, we've had a lot going on over here. And I did finish it because, you know, it's just a gorgeous, wonderful texture. That has some ceramide ingredients, and then once again, here's my heartbreak, the Mixsoon Master Repair Cream. Gone forever. We don't know what Mixsoon is doing these days. But it's okay. There's not a shortage of heavier creams. You know, we just talked about one in Friday's video, the Round Lab Soybean Panthenol, so it's okay. I will mourn this product, but I will find a substitute. Are you all ready to venture into the sunscreen section of this video? It's so big that we have to split it into 2 parts. So let's start with the Japanese skincare sunscreens. I absolutely have fallen in love. I have fallen in love. And you can see I even have a favorite. I'm thinking about doing, you know how Stylevana has the tin that you can buy? I have absolutely been considering doing that with the Kose Sun Cut. I've already told you all, this is my favorite matte sunscreen. In kbeauty, I just couldn't find a matte sunscreen. I switch over to J-Beauty, and there actually are quite a few options. This is my favorite. I've told you all, it's my favorite then, it still is now. I actually think the new version of this is even better. All of these are water-resistant sunscreens, by the way. This is why we went through so many of them. It's been a sweaty summer over here, and we have been outside a lot. We've also been to the pool a lot, so it's not just me that finished this number of sunscreens. I should share that. But I will tell you, every time I have shared these, every time someone has said, hey, do you have any sunscreen? And I hand them something like the Skin Aqua, without fail, people go, this is a really nice sunscreen. So if you're wondering if J-Beauty sunscreens are worth trying, yes. Yes, the answer is a resounding yes. Before I move on from this, Skin Aqua is probably the best price. So again, I'll link everything below. I will make sure to link this, even though it's not my absolute favorite. That's the Kose. This is a better price per ounce. Without compromise to the quality, it's just that I prefer the finish on the Kose Sun Cut. Let's go ahead and put up part 2, which is our kbeauty sunscreens, and one Western sunscreen. Of course, as I've talked about a lot, I have to use mineral sunscreens in the West, or at least hybrids, because unfortunately I'm allergic to all of our chemical UVA filters, which means I can never find a chemical sunscreen that would be broad spectrum. Right? Does that make sense? Hopefully. It's only 2. We only have 2. Avobenzone and oxybenzone. And other than that, you have zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. But as you see, I did finish one mineral sunscreen, the Kopari Antioxidant Face Shield SPF 30. I like this as a primer. It was actually beautiful under makeup. I did receive that in PR. I do prefer a higher SPF, especially for the summer months, but sometimes I am indoors most of the day, and that can work. SPF 30 can work. I just personally prefer SPF 50 just in case I get stuck outside a lot more than I expected to be. Then we have 2 of this new No White Cast at All formula. I've talked a lot about how much I love this formula. It is so fast to apply. Even faster than those other 2, which we will get to in just a moment. These do not use Tinosorb M, which has a little bit of a white cast. You take that out, it's just faster to apply, and I think these probably would work on all skin tones, whereas I'm not sure. I'm not sure when it comes to the formulas with Tinosorb M. So those last 2, I know, the Beauty of Joseon Rice Sunscreen, it's been viral forever. 2 years of this sunscreen being viral. Am I wrong? It's amazing. It's nice. It's very moisturizing, but this will be my last of this because I like the new formula more and I like J-Beauty sunscreens more. So at best, Beauty of Joseon, you're getting 3rd place here. And I do mean as a whole category. It would still have to be 4th place. It would have to be 4th place because I actually really like this Purito Daily Soft Touch Sunscreen. I've talked about this. I used to call this my favorite. Prior to the new Kose Sun Cut formula with less pilling and prior to the new Colmar formula. What's special about this is that this has a deeply moisturizing feel to it, but not just that. I truly feel that this one actually helps my skin to bounce back. So anytime I'm dealing with a compromised barrier, this is such a good sunscreen to choose. It is in new packaging now. I did buy the new packaging. I believe, I need to disclose this section. These 2 were gifted, but I did repurchase the new packaging of the Daily Soft Touch. Wonderful. I've seen so many people say sunscreens make their skin worse. It does not have to be that way. Try this one. If you think sunscreens have to be heavy and have a white cast, try the new Colmar formula. And if you think sunscreens always have to be glowy, try the Kose Sun Cut. Our next section is so petite, isn't it? We have eye, lip, and a couple of samples. Let me actually quickly talk about the samples. So, Suwasu. The concentrated ginseng serum, you might want to check the price per ounce of the minis sold on Yesstyle and Stylevana before you repurchase the full sizes of these at Sephora, Nordstrom, and we have an updated full review of Suwasu. There's not very much negative that I can say about this brand. It is a brand that is based in research on ginseng. It's expensive, but a very good brand. And in one of my Sephora orders, I tried the Peter Thomas Roth Peptide Skinjection as another alternative to something like the Snoxin that we talked about earlier. It's fine. I just don't think that you necessarily have to spend a lot on these peptide products, especially given where we are in the research. We still have this existing problem of no matter what you do with the formulation, is it getting deep enough in your skin? We don't know that. This Bioma lip product, one of few products I do not recommend until they fix the packaging. You know, I returned one of them. This one hadn't leaked on me yet. Then it did. I did not get my money's worth on this product. I hope they fix the packaging. And then somehow I have two eye serums, mini of, can you believe it? Can you believe Tata Harper reappears in my video? Whoa, we have not said that name on the channel in a long time. Tata Harper's products smell really good to me. They smell amazing. Are they amazing skincare? Well, I think they're not going to work for a lot of people as it's a very heavy and essential oils brand. As an eye serum, I mean, I enjoyed this, the Elixir Vitae Serum. I got this as a sample from the brand. Nice glass packaging. The brand is big on sustainability, but at what cost to the buyers? Oh, I have a lot of thoughts on that topic, but not enough time in today's video. Anyway, so wouldn't repurchase that one. You know, that sample is the same size as the Vegan Collagen Eye Serum from Axis Y. However, I don't want to hate on this because it actually lasted a while. It is 0.33 fluid ounces. And if you think about that, you know, a full-size eye serum is usually 0.5 fluid ounces. So it's 10 milliliters, a full size is usually 15 milliliters. In this packaging, this is such brilliant packaging. It's the same system as the Tear eye cream. It uses a system where you physically pump out the product by pressing down on it, but you also have a roller ball. I feel like you need both. A roller ball on its own to get a thicker serum out, it's just not going to work. In my opinion, you don't get enough product out. But with this, you're forcing it out onto this roller. It's a cooling experience. It's wonderful. I love this eye serum. But of course I do. You know, it's very hydrating. It says right here, collagen, triple hyaluronic complex, peptides. 5 peptides in here. All humectants. That may do more for your skin. All I can tell you is this is very affordable. You compare that to something like the Tata Harper, which is not, and I think this is why you're seeing a lot of buzz around this. I received this one gifted through Yesstyle, and I immediately repurchased it. I repurchased this before I was out. That's how much I loved this product. And our final category is masks and other. I don't know why I'm calling this masks and other because I actually don't have any masks in here. Unless you caught this new style of hydrocolloids. Have you seen these? It's 5 patches for your entire face as opposed to just the tiny little hydrocolloids. I've become a bit of a fan of this because of the way my acne works. I tend to break out most around one specific time of the month. It's hormonal. I have hormonal acne. There, I said it. The Phasits here were the most standard hydrocolloid. These from Tony Moly. I bought 2 boxes of these in some kind of an Urban Outfitters deal. These kind of felt almost like a hybrid between a hydrocolloid and a sheet mask. Very interesting texture. I do wish that I'd bought more of those. I ended up enjoying them more than I expected. I also bought the Peach Slices nose pore patches for all over your nose. And then my absolute favorite patches have become the Petite Fay Centella Clearing Spot Patch. There's something special about those. One of you had told me this before I even started buying those. One of you said, this is the best hydrocolloid patch out there, and you're right. These do have some salicylic acid, tea tree oil, asiatic acid, medecasic acid, and asiatic acid, so maybe that explains it. They're very effective. And I always keep around some of the needle-based patches. The Curesis ended up being, okay, Curesis? Cure System? That's gotta be it, right? These were fine, probably not my absolute favorite. Somebody told me to go with Hero, and I listened to you all because you give me good recommendations. Yeah, those were good, but stay tuned because you're gonna want to see this month's new skincare releases. We have a competitor for the Hero patches. And then I bought from Acropass the Dark Spot Care. I felt like this product category is always a bit underwhelming to me. I think it's because you probably need so many of these to see results on a dark spot, whereas, you know, pimples, you're just making the process go faster. So the microneedling patches designed for acne work very fast. I also really like this style for deep hydration, like we talked about with the Cure patches, but for specifically, what did these use? Hold on a second. Niacinamide and ascorbyl glucoside, some kojic acid, ascorbic acid. I feel like these, they were okay. I just feel like I would have to buy at least 10 of these to see improvement on a dark spot. And this is always something that kind of frustrates me because dark spots are already so hard to treat. I wish more brands were transparent about how hard it's going to be. You can't just buy one box of 6 patches and have your dark spots be gone. You can't buy a dark spot serum and have it fix your dark spots. It's going to be harder than that, most likely. Am I a buzzkill? Am I a buzzkill? I would just rather be honest with people. That's the truth. And I've talked before about how my devices don't end up in Empties videos, but the gel does, and I finally finished the Medicube HR Collagen Booster Gel. Not only did I finish this, but I did this. You know what this means, right? This means waste not. I need this gel. You know, I need it. If you ever do want to get the last drops out of your packaging, look at this. Just remove the center, see where it should say HR. You remove that, and then you can squeeze these two together, and it'll actually kind of close. Still use it up quickly, because there's probably some air getting in right about here, but it can help you get the last drop. And then finally, a little bit more Japanese skincare right here in the Lion Pair. Now Ara is on Team Lion Pair, so we finished 2 in the last couple of months. You know how I talked earlier about liking the Toradin for fighting inflammation? Nothing beats Lion Pair. Nothing. I still like the Toradin, but the Lion Pair is combined with something like Stradia's Lipid Gold. All of my anti-inflammatory needs are met with those two right there. And my friends, that brings us to the end of another Skincare Empties video. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Again, my favorites are linked in the description box if you would like to check those out. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you all next time.